Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fantabulous episode of Real Women, Real Talk.
Mhm.
I am your co host, Shavon Carter, and I am a facilitator for Real Women Rock, which is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that exists to create safe spaces for women to do real personal development work on themselves. And I am joined by my beautiful sister who is.
My name is Trenace Richardson. I am blessed to be the founder of Real Women, and I'm so glad to be here. Hey,
Yes, and
sister.
hey, sister, I'm glad that you are here so that we can have some real good conversations. These are getting so fun.
Mhm.
Like I'm really enjoying recording these episodes. And I'm excited about what we have to talk about today.
Yep. And we are in the hundreds. You hear me? The 200
Mhm,
and we are
mhm.
on our way. Yeah.
We on our way. We are climbing right on up that ladder, and people are hearing about us, and I love that for us. I love that for us.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we talked about Real Women Rock. So if you want to find out more information about who we are, visit us at realwomenrock.org and find out about all of our events. And we'll revisit this to tell you about some yummy goodness that we have coming up later in the show.
Yes.
So, sister, real talk, how are you doing today?
Girl, I'm good. I am busy.
Okay.
And I don't always think busy is a good thing. So it's not like I'm just like, girl, I'm busy because you could be busy and just to be busy. So I'm doing really well. I'm thriving in a lot of areas, and I'm still in this journey to 50 working on me. So I'm
Right.
taking time out for myself. I think I went through a period toward the end of the year, maybe beginning, a little bit of beginning of this year, where I was just tired. I think I
Mhm.
heard that on a couple of episodes, but I feel energized now. So I'm doing good.
Good.
How are
Wonderful.
you?
So I am good now. It was a busy day for me too. A lot going on at work, and then I had some emails that I needed to tend to for school. So a lot of moving pieces, but I am doing good. Taking deep breaths, and I'm going to rest, later and prepare for tomorrow. So I'm doing really good
Good. The week
though.
flies by the time you get to Wednesday, it's like, something.
Right.
So,
Exactly. Like, what is going on? But yes, I'm
mhm.
grateful for the week flying by because that means we are closer to the weekend, which I appreciate, honey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I have a real talk conversation that is gonna flow into a deep dive because I really want to know your thoughts about this. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent. I think this is gonna be like a therapy session for me because I have
Okay.
not arrived in this area. So I'm gonna tell you all about it in a few minutes.
Mhm.
Okay. So, real talk, when you get notifications on your phone,
Mhm.
whether it is text messages, social media notifications, or whatever apps you have on your phone, do you feel compelled to respond right away to clear out the notifications, or do you see them and you're like, I'll get to them when I can?
And we're talking about notifications and not necessarily picking up the phone to answer a call.
Right.
Okay.
Notifications.
Yeah. No for both of them. I don't
Yeah.
feel compelled. I don't feel compelled for neither
Okay.
one.
Mhm.
Um, I have I used to be like clear all my emails type of person, clear
Mhm.
all my notifications, clear all my voicemails. Like I just, I used to be very I don't have time for that no more. I don't have time for that no more. So at one point, depending upon my plan, if my if my phone filled up,
Mhm.
it would tell me stuff about to get slow or you don't have
Yeah.
room enough, your storage. So
Yeah.
that's when I would start doing it. And
Mhm.
now it's just probably slow moments like when I'm riding in the car and someone else is driving, or when I'm just laying down, kind of, at the end of a day, mindlessly watching TV while I do something like that. But absolutely not. I don't do it right away. I just
Mhm.
I'm in the middle of something.
Mhm.
Usually. And so I'm not answering the call and I'm not removing the notifications. Now, what I have done is for most apps, I have um, gone into the settings
Mhm.
to have most of those notifications so removed so that I don't get them. But there
Oh,
are some apps that I want to get notifications from, even if I'm
mhm.
not going to address them right away.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So,
Mhm.
there, most of them, I just can't have. For example, Instagram, you can have notifications. I
Mhm.
just can't.
Yeah.
For all the people and the things that pop up, I don't want to see that I can go in and see. I'll go in and see when I want to go in and see. Um,
Gotcha.
and so, but there are certain ones like for my phone, for Waze app,
Mhm.
to go directions somewhere.
Mhm.
There are certain ones that I, for like Lyft or Uber, that kind of thing, I will let those notifications pop up and I don't clear them.
Okay.
And yeah. What about you?
So I have a problem because I want to look at every notification that pops up in my phone.
Oh,
It
bless your heart.
Yes, it is really bad. And I know that this contributes to just me feeling scattered and all over the place because I feel so compelled to do that every time the phone goes off. So I know that's an addiction or something. I don't know what it is, but I gotta
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
But as soon as I see a message, an email, whatever it is, it's one because I'm nosy and I want to see if I'm missing something. And I think it's also feeling like I don't want the other person on the other end to feel like they're being ignored.
Oh,
So it's just all of that going on. So it's a struggle for me when I get notifications because sometimes I can't like respond right away or I can't check it right away and it just really bothers me. Like I can tell.
so do you have any that you don't get, or do you get all of your app notifications?
So if it's like games on my phone or if it's like you said, Uber Eats or those kind of apps, then I don't put on the notifications for that. So I think I may try the method that you just said and just remove all notifications so that I
Mhm.
won't feel tempted to look at them. Only maybe text messages because I don't get as many of those as I do the others.
Mhm.
But yeah, I got to try something because it is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
know we're going to get into it, so I won't jump
Mhm.
into it too much, but it is a time suck. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
and all of the other things that you said, um, and we'll get into it. I
Mhm.
do. I would love for you to see how that works for you. If you go and they make it easy, once you go into the notifications, you can just say no, none of them. You can choose
Yeah.
whether they come up when your phone is locked or at the top or in the middle, or you can just
Mhm.
say none of it and
Yeah.
just be done with it. It will
Yeah.
probably be so refreshing for you, as much
I
as
feel like it.
addictive as it is, to know that it isn't coming, like you aren't
Mhm.
responding to anything because nothing
Mhm.
is coming.
Yeah.
So that would
Mhm.
probably
Yeah.
help.
I think so. I'm definitely gonna try that.
Hmm.
So I want to go ahead and just segue into the deep dive conversation because it is a continuation of this real talk topic. So in today's deep dive conversation, we are going to talk about setting boundaries because that is a part of my issue as it relates to this daggone phone.
Whew.
So we live in a time where if we allow them, people can have access to us 24/7. And I just really think back to the days where all I had was a pager. I didn't have a cell phone. They had to wait until I got to a phone, a pay phone or somebody else's house before I could call them back. But outside of that, if you call me, you leave a message and I'll call you back when I can. So it was not this 24/7 access that we have now. So we have social media, we have instant message, group chats, text messages, emails, way are all the many ways that people can reach out to us if we have all of those.
Hmm.
So And it's gotten so bad to where on social media, especially in Messenger, if someone sends you a message, they can tell when you actually read the message, which adds to, to my issue. So this creates for me, I've noticed, and I've really been noticing it this week because it's really been coming up for me. It's created a feeling of anxiety because I haven't learned how to set boundaries when it comes to my electronics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real struggle for me. So, for example, I'm in several group chats, and my friends, they just get to talking,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have time to engage in all of that conversation. I'm trying to work, I'm trying to do other things, and it's like I just don't want to engage all the time because it's
Yeah.
distracting. But because I don't want to see the notifications, I go
Mm-hmm.
in the group chat just to clear it, and then I feel bad because I'm not responding in the group chat. I'm like, girl,
Girl.
you got to get this together. This, I don't know
Mhm.
if it's people pleasing, it's something, but I got to work on this because it's not working out for me. So, I want to hear from you, sister. Like, what are your boundaries when it comes to your phone and these messages and notifications that you get, and what has worked for you?
Yeah. So, um, my biggest advice for, not that you asked, but for you and anybody else is approach 50. Just get closer to 50.
Into there, I'm 46. I'm good.
Girl, because this is a wonderful journey. Because I'm gonna start at the end and work my way
Okay.
back
Okay.
because you said something so important. You're not sure whether it's people pleasing or whatever. And at the end of the day, I know the people who love me love me.
Mm-hmm,
Like I
mm-hmm,
am very clear about that at this point in my life,
mm-hmm,
that I am not trying to prove myself or have anybody else prove themselves to me for the
mm-hmm,
sake of love and acceptance. I have solid people in my life,
mm-hmm,
and those people I don't want to ever hurt. I'm sure we have had things we got to talk through, we disagree, that kind of thing. But fundamentally, they know me and they love me.
mm-hmm.
Knowing me means, I'm not answering the phone right away. Like
Right.
we've just established, I'm not responding to your text right away if I can't. If
Mm-hmm,
there is something, because I want to be there for you as a family member, as a friend, as a sister, if there is something that is more urgent than not, say that
mm-hmm.
and I can respond to that. But if it's just conversation, I'm going to do that when I can, because capacity.
Yeah. Right.
Just
Right.
because of capacity. So for me to answer your question, I am moving away from the rat race of responding 24/7 to social media, to instant messages, to group chats, to text messages, to emails. And I do apologize, if I think I've done it a little too long. I forgot and it's been days and I haven't responded. I'm
Mm-hmm,
apologetic because you may have been expecting to hear from me a little sooner,
mm-hmm.
but I'm at the point where I would rather ask for forgiveness than permission on the front end. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting there. With social media, it is the devil. It is the devil, and it's good. I use it. I'm on it. So I'm speaking from both sides of it. I just recognize it. There was in 2020 a Netflix special called The Social Dilemma,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and they talk about the psychology of social media and
mm-hmm.
how they design it to cause anxiety and to
Yeah.
cause you to want to check every notification and to go back in. If you could count how many seconds or minutes it takes for you to look through your phone, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, put your phone down and just try to do something else. How long does it take you to pick it back up again and then check again?
Mm-hmm,
Just to check and see what's going on if you put it down at all, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that there's a psychology to that, and they know that they hit endorphins, the same ones that hit food and after exercise, and
Mhm.
that reward of getting likes and follows. All of that is scientific and research based. So it's designed to make us struggle, to
Mhm.
to keep it a fight for us to stay away from it.
Mhm.
So we have to fast. That's been my
Mhm.
thing. We've talked about this in
Right.
previous episodes. So that's, I fast. I take periods where I don't do it at all. I turn my notifications off completely. Um, I have unfollowed everybody and then only brought back the things that I want to see in my feed that pour into
Mhm.
me. So things about gardening and owning land and health and fitness and nutrition. So that when I'm looking in social media, I'm looking at things that encourage me. I'm just not following you because you're my friend. Um,
Mhm.
I am your friend. Like I tried anyway, not to delete my friends. But now when you friend somebody, you automatically follow some of them if their settings are set up that
Right.
way. And
Mhm.
that means you pop up on my feed, and I just don't want to see everything. I don't want to see your meal from yesterday, or so that's how I handle it.
Yeah.
I think that's what you were asking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something, and I ask you because I don't have any words of wisdom for this because it is a current struggle, and I wanted to be honest and transparent about it
Hmm.
because um I have not arrived in any area of my life really, and I don't want to present that, oh, I've gotten it all figured out, in every area. So this is something that is definitely a work in progress for me, and it's something that I've noticed, like I said, this week really, because I could tell how just scattered I felt, and I
Hmm.
felt how disconnected I felt from myself because just every 5 seconds, like you said, I'm picking up the phone, so I know there is a huge attachment to my phone, and I really want to delve into what that is because I'm always thinking about something deeper that it's connected to. And so it's one of those things that I was thinking about, and maybe those of you who are watching, maybe this is true for you too, but I noticed that I am so focused on what other people are thinking about me not responding and not really thinking about what I need in the moment. Like I need to not, engage in conversation. I need to not be entertaining something that somebody sent me a clip of something because it's taking me off off course. And
Hmm.
so what came to me the other day was, what about what you need though?
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
noticed how sometimes I get so focused on thinking about what other people need and not thinking about what I need. So.
Let me share. So, um, it's so funny that um, we are not afraid to do the work to admit where we are and where we need to grow, right?
Mhm.
So that's always um, a premise for conversations.
Mhm.
And I know you acknowledge your strengths, but I'm reminding you of one of them. It's that you are not afraid to do things different, take risks, show yourself extra care and extra love. And it's something that I watch in awe sometimes because I just have to prioritize me in that way so
Mhm.
that I can um experience more, like I want to travel more. I want to, and so in this year, this is March, I haven't traveled away yet. I usually
Mhm.
wait until April, somewhere around there. I haven't traveled away. And how many times have you traveled already, like this year?
Like 3, I
Uh-huh.
think.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so my so my my point about that is I keep me from that. I keep me
Mhm.
from experiencing more in that area, and I
Mhm.
have to learn to prioritize so that that becomes possible for me because it's something that I want. I want
Mhm.
more experiences, more unique experiences, go new places, experience new things.
Mhm.
And I think for the flip side of this, it's the same thing for you. It's that there's more on the other side of you taking the risk to to turn off all the notifications and
Mhm.
to, the FOMO, the fear of missing out of
Yes,
something,
yes,
is also the devil.
yes,
but what it does is it keeps us from the next level, the next depth, the next expansion of
mhm,
ourselves.
yes,
And it's just what you said. It's, worrying about others so much so that
mhm,
we keep ourselves from the next. And I think it's what I saw when you were talking was you do this already. You do this in so many other areas of your
yeah,
life. And so when you take the risk to just fast, I've done it in a couple of areas since we've been doing this podcast, and it's been helping me um, get better because
mhm,
my roller coaster. I do believe life is a roller coaster ride, but I
yeah,
believe we get to choose like some even steady roads on the roller coaster sometimes, and
mhm,
I keep myself on the up and down sometimes by
yeah,
not choosing better.
yeah,
And
mhm,
so, yeah, better is on the other side of you trying some experimenting with some fasting in some different
yeah,
ways. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something because I can feel it, and I don't like feeling disconnected from myself, and
Mhm.
I'm recognizing what it is. And so I wanted to have this conversation because I believe that I'm not by myself. I think there are some other
Mhm.
people out there who may be feeling anxious, and maybe you don't even know why you're feeling anxious, but if you really traced it back, it could be attached to how much you are picking up your phone and entertaining people on the other end of your phone through whatever app or means that you communicate. So I just want to, lift this area up for you to explore, like what's happening, what's going on, and what it's keeping you from, like Trenace said, a
Mhm.
deeper level, of going in with yourself. And I know for me, it's something that I really want to manage better because the profession that I'm going in, I really need to be centered, and so
Mhm.
I'm concerned for myself about not being distracted, because if I'm distracted here, that will carry on into other areas. And so that's my why I'm interested in pursuing this and exploring this. And so I invite you to find out what your why is. Why is it, why would this be something that you would want to explore and look into as it relates to any angst that you feel from responding to people or setting boundaries as it relates to interacting with people,
I
to
have a
making
thought.
sure that you're creating a safe space for yourself.
I have a thought, sister.
Mhm,
Um, just because you mentioned the why behind it, and I know you to the degree where I don't know if I don't know this to be true for you, but you might hear it and say so. But when I think about those who are listening, for some of us, we crowd our time, our space, our eye gate, and our ear gate with things because we don't want to experience us on a deeper level,
mhm.
because we do want to distract ourselves from ourselves, that
Yes.
there's some deeper level of exploration that might happen if I don't focus on other people and what they want to talk about, and for things to get too silent might be risky for me emotionally, and
Mhm,
I don't know if I can handle that. And so it's yet another reason to explore your why. That if
mhm.
that's the case, then that's something that could possibly be explored, because as we've mentioned in previous episodes, it's like peeling off an onion. You're good in certain areas, but maybe you don't want to explore something that's inside the inside, and why not get better? Why not, grow at a deeper level? So
Yeah. And
thought.
what's interesting about that, what that made me think about is that's my pattern.
Mm,
So if there is something that I need to dig deep, I don't always want to do it right away. So I will distract. So that could be a part of it also, why I'm
yeah.
so attached, because there's something that myself needs to say to me that I'm like, nah, girl, come on, I don't feel like
Yeah, that's
it.
good.
So
That's
yeah,
good. That's another layer of the onion, maybe.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you for
Thank you.
um, engaging in this conversation because it's really helping me, and it's something that I just wanted to process out loud. Because it's something, like I said, that I do want to manage better. So I
Mhm.
hope that this has been helpful for you also, and if nothing else, just to take inventory of your life and see what your relationship is to your phone, and setting boundaries in your life so that you can have space to just be with yourself, to create, to explore whatever it is that you desire to do. So we would love to hear from you as it relates to this topic and any other segment that we have in this show. So visit us at speakpipe.com/real women, real talk. And you can leave us a message, and you could possibly be featured on one of our episodes. So we look forward to hearing from you.
Mhm.
So this next segment is Put Myself in Her Shoes, and this is also an area where you can leave your scenario and, like I said, possibly be featured on one of our episodes. So, sister, we have some friends to talk about today. Are you ready?
Okay, friends. Yes.
Yeah. And we are continuing the flow of conversation as it relates to these messages, honey, in the group chat is what we're going to be talking about today
Oh,
with
shucks
Tiffany.
now.
Yes, Tiffany, Rhonda, and Angela. Now, they have been friends since high school, and they have always been close. And for the past 10 years, they have been part of a text group chat where they converse throughout the day about everything, just
All
whatever
right,
somebody
10
has,
years.
whatever somebody has on their mind, that's what they're talking about. So they all live in different states, and the group chat is how they stay connected to one another. Over the past year, Angela has noticed that she hasn't felt really compelled to converse in the group chat like she used to. So
Mhm.
she doesn't really contribute to the conversations like she did before. She feels like she's in a different season of life and doesn't connect with her friends the way that she used to.
Mhm.
However, since they've been friends for so long, since high school, she feels bad for viewing the messages but not responding, and wonders if she's being a bad friend.
Mhm.
So Tiffany and Rhonda haven't said anything to her about not participating in the chats, but Angela is beating herself up about it. Putting yourself in Angela's shoes, how would you handle this situation?
Child, I have been Angela. I have been Angela. Um, because I can analyze things so much that I can come to some conclusions that have not been drawn by anybody else in my life, or they haven't
Mhm.
articulated it at least. But I'm there. I'm all the way there. It has already happened. They talk about me behind my back. They got a whole separate group chat. Like, what's up with Angela? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
all the things have happened because I have made up a story for myself. And so when I think about when you say Angela is beating herself up about it, I relate to that. But I also relate to not jumping in to text group texts all the time because I'm just not there. I'm not
Mhm.
there in the moment, or I'm not there for the season. As you have shared, it's just a different season. I don't want to talk about, housewives or, whatever the chat is about. I'm just
Mhm.
not there right now. I'm too busy or whatever. I would want to have a conversation with my friends. That's what I would want to do. Because first I'd want to see, does it bother them that I have not, that I know what's going on. I end up reading them. So I know, that there are wonderful things happening. You just had a baby and you just got a new job and so and so said so and so yesterday. Like I've seen all of that. I
Mhm.
just, I'm wondering whether it bothers you that I'm not jumping in because I may be able to hear from them. Girl, no, we know you got stuff going on. It's no problem.
Mhm.
And hopefully that would speak to me in whatever place I'm feeling I'm beating myself up about it and I could release it. But if they are having an issue with it, we can talk through it and I can share. I am all about clearing the air, even if
Mhm.
it's me creating the cloud. So
Yeah, yeah.
I really want to clear the air. in all of my relationships on any level. And so that's how I would handle it. I would talk to them just to check in and see, are y'all okay? This is what's going on with me. If we need to talk about it more, great. If they are understanding, I love, connecting. One of the things that has worked for my life is making sure that the friends and I have to say this because I have sister friends whom I still don't meet with on a regular basis, but they are just as deeply embedded within my heart.
Mhm,
Um, I capacity, right?
mhm,
So I have chosen to make sure that I connect in person um, with a few of my sister friends on a regular basis, so
mhm.
that I can feed that part of me without feeling like I have to be in text conversations because of everything we just said in the
Right.
last segment. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I would do it. What about you?
So, child, I'm right there with Angela. Child, I don't know. I like we just talked about. I'm in there. I am in the exploration phase, trying to figure out what is really going on. I think there are several things that's coming up for me as it relates to what Angela is going through. One, the guilt that she feels for not responding. Like I'm curious to know what that's connected to, what's that about, and then also feeling like she is not connecting with them like she used to, because it also makes me wonder, like, how they talk about seasons, like how
Mhm.
do you handle those times when maybe how close you used to be is not how you're going to be, and things are shifting. And I know for me there's such a strong sense of obligation and loyalty to a lot of my friends, and so I wouldn't know how to handle when it feels like it's naturally shifting. And I
Mhm.
think I would try to hold on because of longevity. So that's a, I don't know, it would
Mhm.
be a lot for me to think about and explore with myself. I honestly don't know if I would have a conversation until they brought it up. That's just me
Mhm.
avoiding
Mhm.
what I think would be conflict. So if they don't bring it up, I would just process it internally until they said something about it, and then I'll probably say something out loud. But yeah, it's just a lot
Yeah.
to think about and process. So that's
What,
probably where I would start.
what you just made me think about in my life right now, I have a couple of sisters, beloved, who either because they're just busy with family stuff
Hmm.
or are going through their own personal funk right
Yeah.
now that
Hmm.
causes them to be less engaging than they
Hmm.
have been in the past. And it's so funny. We are always harder on ourselves than we are
Hmm.
anyone else because
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, I totally get it and I'm totally gracious about it. Like I
Hmm.
don't feel any kind of way. I, may miss talking to them or connecting or something like that at any
Hmm.
given time that I would have normally done it, but I allow that space to be a moment that I, whisper a prayer for them, maybe
Hmm.
just send them a text to say, I don't need anything. I'm just letting you know I love you and I miss you. No, no rush about anything. I just wanted to let you know I'm here and allow that to breathe, you know? So I
Hmm.
give grace, that kind of grace to other sisters in my life, other people in my life. And I should give myself that same grace and expect
Yeah.
it to be given to me, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, our thoughts can just balloon into something that is just so dramatic. I know for me, I can just create this whole storyline of what people are thinking. It's like, girl, ain't nobody thinking about that. Just take the time you need, do what you need to do, and it's fine. But in
Mhm.
my head, it's a whole issue. So yeah.
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 Yep. Mhm.
All right. So yes, we would love to hear about your thoughts on this Tiffany, Rhonda, and Angela situation. How do you handle group chat conversations? Are you engaging? Are you the one that kind of engages sometimes? You disconnect? How would you handle this situation? So we would love to hear from you.
Mhm.
All right, sister. It's spiritual nugget time,
Woo-hoo.
where we leave a spiritual nugget to inspire, encourage, and uplift our listeners and viewers. So, what
Woo.
is coming up for you today?
Wow. Um, So, what came up for me in this conversation is that boundaries are not jail cells.
Mm,
Healthy boundaries are not jail cells. They are gates, they
mm,
are fences. Healthy boundaries give us the opportunity to identify capacity.
mhm. Yeah.
Otherwise, we would not necessarily be able to gauge what we have capacity for, what we have room and time for. But when we set the fence or when we set the gate and say, this is everything within is what I can do, everything outside is what I cannot do at this moment,
Mhm,
we give ourselves peace and we give others clarity. That is not a jail cell. That is not prison for either person in the relationship, the person that sets the healthy boundary and the
mhm,
person that has to receive the healthy boundary. It's clarity and
mhm,
it's peace.
mhm. Yeah.
That's what came to mind.
Ah. So what just came up for me and it made my eyes water
Mm,
um, is as beautiful as it is for me, you, anyone else watching, it is to desire to be there for other people. I matter too.
mm, mm,
So what I need is also important.
mm, mm,
So when it comes to boundaries, also focus on what you need
mm, mm,
because
mm.
that's important. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lord, jeez, okay.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
sounds good to me.
I'm telling you, Lord.
Mhm.
Um, this has been another amazing, transparent, vulnerable episode of Real Women, Real Talk. And we would love for you to check us out. Find out more about us by visiting our website, realwomenrock.org, to learn about our sister circles. And y'all, we have the date for our upcoming intensive, which I'm so excited about, November 22nd through the 24th. It is a weekend experience of digging deep, fellowshipping, connecting with other sisters, laughing, dancing, eating good food, all the things. You get to do that with us November 22nd through the 24th. So visit realwomenrock.org for more information about all of our events, especially our intensive.
Yes, detailed information is coming. We're going to be in Cambridge, Maryland. We would just put it on your calendar right now, the 22nd through the 24th. It's before Thanksgiving. Treat yourself.
Yes, you will not be mad about it.
Mhm.
It is an amazing experience. It's just like a getaway, and it's a beautiful way to practice self care. So
Mhm.
we would love to see you.
Yay.
All right, y'all. Well, we thank y'all for watching, listening, and until next time, bye.
Bye.